Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra, and with me somebody very, very special joining right in. I have with me Mr. Ashish Chauhan, the MD and the CEO of National Stock Exchange. Welcome to Business Today Television, sir. Thank you so much for taking the time out. Well, FY24 we are just about to end, and it's been a phenomenal year because despite all the challenges, we've had multiple milestones to celebrate this year. As we begin FY25, what is the sense that you have about the markets and where are they headed, sir?
No, I think in a way, financial year 24 also begins with the election season. So hopefully we will have a government which has a majority, which continues the sort of reforms and also the infrastructure building, confidence building in investors across India as well as across the world. And hopefully the markets will follow suit, because for me, ultimately the real economy is what counts, and naturally markets always reward better performance.
Absolutely, you're right, sir. In fact, markets have been at the forefront of celebrating the growth back home, and you've also pointed out that markets preempt what the economy is going to go, and that's why we've seen milestones like $4 trillion dollars of market cap already, much ahead of the GDP crossing that number. How do you see the market celebrating $5 trillion dollars now, and by when do you see that happening?
No, probably again depending on what the election results are. So, and of course, the U.S. interest rate decisions count. U.S. elections results also count. UK elections are coming up. Of course, we saw Indonesia and Russia already completing their election. And so there are too many countries going through the elections. There is going to be a bit of a change in geopolitics going forward across the world. And so there are many imponderables, but broadly speaking, India has been scoring quite well. In fact, last quarter was 8.4%, which was way beyond anyone's expectations growth rate. And it's pretty much now the fastest growing country in the world in terms of the large economy. So slowly India is kind of solidifying its position as the top fast growing economy. And what numbers are coming, probably we are accounting for almost 15% of world's growth already. And that's a very heartening beginning to the what I call the calendar year, and now the financial year that will start next week.
So you travel across the world, you speak to so many people, especially the foreign institutional investors who have confidence in India. How do you see India emerging as the investment destination when we compare to the peers as well? Do you see that India will emerge as one of those top performing equity assets, and of course therefore get that preference from foreign investors?
India has emerged as a good destination for investments because of the policies which have been consistent across last 30 years. Whichever hue of the government or whichever sort of individuals came in the government, I think all of them have continued the process of liberalization, of ensuring that the investment climate improves continuously, and we benchmark with the best in the world in terms of the corporate governance, in terms of the market mechanics, including T+1. Now we are pretty much the first country in the world to do that, and now T+0 we are going to do from March 28 onwards. So effectively we are thought leaders, we are execution leaders, not only in the what we call transaction processing part, which in some ways, although is exciting, is not that important vis-a-vis the corporate governance, where India is like way above the rest of the world, although we have to also do better, but we are like much better in corporate governance than countries like US or Europe.
Absolutely, sir. You talked about T+0, and that was my next question, that this is now starting from March 28 in the beta phase. Do you also foresee real-time settlement now?
In fact, SEBI has also initiated the process. So over the next 6 months, we might see even real-time settlement. So those are what I call more transaction processing, more technological prowess of the country, not only of exchanges, but actually 10 crore investors and so many thousands of brokers and custodians and clearing houses and banks. And it just shows it's a symbol of the technological prowess of the entire country to move fast, right? And when other countries are still discussing T+1 and still are very afraid of moving on to that, I think we do execution well as a country.
Okay, many thanks, sir. Thank you so much for speaking to us on Business Today. Always a pleasure.